This is Parahan, and you are listening to The Parahan Show. What is the most haunted place in America? To me, that would have to be the Myrtles Plantation. And I'll tell you, some of the best photographic evidence of the paranormal, of ghosts, have came from the Myrtles Plantation. And not a lot of people realize this because you don't see this in the news. These don't make headlines. But once I show you some of these photographs here, you'll start to understand what I'm talking about. Now, the Myrtles Plantation is believed to have many spirits that roam this property. And you're talking about many acres of land. And what's interesting is that these ghosts all seem to have some sort of attachment to the home. And they seem very almost residual. And it's like they've remained there for a reason. Now, this photo, what you're about to see here, this is probably one of the most famous photos that was taken at the Myrtles Plantation. And what you have here is a photo that was taken for a magazine for the Myrtles, and they weren't even trying to capture anything paranormal. And they happened to notice this woman in the picture, and they showed it to the owners of the Myrtle Plantation and said, we're going to have to retake this. Some woman got in the picture, a guest that was staying there, and they said, we don't have any guests that was staying there. You were the only people there. Now look at this picture. This is clearly a woman in a dress, some sort of bonnet. And if you look at this picture and you hear the description of one of the ghosts that's seen there, it's very eerily similar. You see, there's a ghost of a woman named Chloe, who was a middle-aged slave woman that lived on the plantation hundreds of years ago. And it was believed that she was caught eavesdropping on the owner of the home, and that she was worried she was going to be sent back out to the fields to work. So she just came up with the plan that she would use some poison and put it in the family's food and then nurse them back to health. But unfortunately, she put in too much poison and actually killed some of the family members, two of the daughters and one of the mother. And it's believed that she was then killed herself on the property by the owner and an angry mob of people that work there on the plantation. And it's always been this speculation that Chloe was innocent, that it was never Chloe that did these poisonings, that was just an initial story that was told by people, and that is what they believed. And perhaps that is the reason why Chloe is seen here at Myrtles Plantation, why she hangs around, and why she potentially does not want to leave until the truth comes out. And also, this next picture, the two girls that had died in that poisoning are seen around the property, often playful, jumping around. And the old caretaker, who I believe his name is Hester, who's been there for a long time, she's often seen these young girls' spirits around the property. And this was another photo taken at the Myrtles Plantation, not looking to catch anything paranormal, but they happened to catch this photo of what appears to be a little girl in a dress. And that goes with the descriptions of the two girls that are seen there on the premise. And also, you have a lot of other pictures that are taken that seem to show some sort of apparition or apparitional form. And I'll show you this picture because it's believed there are 5 spirits in this picture. And this is a famous picture that's actually published in a National Geographic magazine, I believe, or Times magazine. I can't remember which one. But if you look in this, right, there is potentially 5 apparitional forms here in this photo of the stairways. And so, you have to wonder, is there something really going on at Myrtle's Plantation that allows these photographs of these apparitional spirits, these forms, whatever they may be? And I think that your best chance of proving that ghosts are real could be at Myrtle's Plantation. And I'd like to get down there and do an investigation. I was supposed to go about a year ago, and it just unfortunately didn't work out. And so hopefully I get down there and do an investigation. But to me, Myrtle's Plantation is probably one of the most haunted properties in America. And I think there could be potentially upwards of 40 different spirits that roam this property, and that there could be a various residual and intelligent type of energy here. And what's interesting, what's beautiful about this place is this is a beautiful place to visit, and it's just amazing property. Is that none of the ghosts seem malevolent? There's no malevolent stories. It's all playful. It seems like they like to appear to people, and they sort of just like to remind you that they're there. A lot of it is, like I said, a lot of residual type energy of sort of repetitions of the past, walking through the hallways, footsteps at night up the stairs. And so to me, if I had to put a mark on the most haunted place in America, possibly the world, I would say the Myrtle's Plantation, number one, hands down.